Hey guys, I installed a thumb on this excavator about 50 hours ago. If you want to see how it's holding up, stick around. Hey guys, so I got this thumb off Amazon several months ago. I got about almost 50 hours on the machine now working with that thumb. Thought I'd do a little breakdown and a review on kind of how it's holding up. I'll go through some of the components that I've noticed some issues with, and also I might go through a couple of things I've learned by using it that is going to hopefully help you and keep you from breaking it.
So my machine is a FF15, also the FF15 Industrial. Been a really good machine. Haven't really had any problems with it. This unit, when it came with these particular fittings right here that I've had no issues with. They bolt right on. I do a full video on how this is installed if you want to go check that out. But I won't get into most of that here. But no issues with these fittings. The hoses I thought might have been a problem if they stick out or get caught on brush, but I don't work in a lot of brush, so not really an issue for me. As you make your way down to the next set of fittings, no issues again here. The pipes are fairly well protected from the thumb itself. Haven't run into issues of bending or breaking those at all. So it's been pretty well solid from that regard. There are no grease fittings you can find anywhere on this unit. They all are just straight bolts. They don't have any zerks attached to them. I have considered putting some zerks in here. I did put these washers in here as spacers when I installed it, and that's worked out really well to help keep it from slopping back and forth. I was looking at putting a zerk into this end of the collar on the cylinder just to kind of help things out there. Might look at that in the future. These bolts here are attached to the L bracket. Now, this is what I think is the main issue with this L bracket is that when it attaches here, is kind of the weak point for the system. So this cylinder here has only so much power, but when you compare it to the cylinder on the other side, this cylinder here is probably at least 50 to 100% larger than the other one. So when that one's pushing down on the cylinder in the bucket and pushing back up, I think that's where guys are getting the actual problem of breaking that L bracket, is it's pushing against the thumb itself when the thumb comes down, and when that bucket pushes into it, it's actually pushing back against that L bracket. And I think there's not enough pressure in there to do it. So I try to make a point myself to not put any pressure or as little pressure as I can back against the thumb. And when I grab something, I try to utilize just the thumb pressure from that cylinder itself and as little as possible from the bucket. I find that way, the least amount of pressure that's on there is going to give the most amount of life to that L bracket. And so far, it has held up really well. So this particular thumb is operated by the foot pedal. Now, it can be a little bit sensitive, but I seem to be able to manage it quite well. What does happen from time to time is that this thumb will tend to like sag or slop down. And I'm not sure if I'm just hitting the pedal itself or if it is actually releasing from the cylinder. So if I'm digging a lot, I'll have to keep retracting that thumb. But other than that, it's good.
Well, guys, what do you think? I think it worked out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how this thumb's turned out for me. Say like 40 or 50 hours. I built this entire retaining wall using just the thumb on this guy. So it's done its job pretty well. There are some vulnerabilities on it. You want to make sure that you're paying attention so that you're not breaking that L bracket. Other than that, it's going to hold up. I think just keeping in mind that this is a small machine, so you're not going to be tossing around a Volvo with it. And other than that, it's well worth the money there. I'll get a link in the description if you want to see the one that I have. Otherwise, I highly recommend any other ones for there's a bunch of different brands out there now, as well as you can get them on Amazon and I think eBay and all the other particular places online there. So if you got any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. Otherwise, see you in the next one. Cheers.